I'm on my way to Tesla's Gigafactory here in Shanghai. It's the company's first production center outside of the United States and critical to Elon Musk's fortunes. In China, it's hard not to be reminded of Elon Musk's success on the roads or on the news.
特斯拉还是有优势，但呢，现在它的优势跟国内车企的这个差距在缩小。
His cars have been credited with helping China create the electric vehicle industry it has today. And it all started here. That is Tesla's main factory. It's a $2 billion investment that produces about 1 million cars a year. 1 out of every 2 Teslas in the world are made there.
China is absolutely central to the success story of Tesla globally. Take China out of the picture, and we have a completely different Tesla.
That's exactly the concern. Through Musk's work with his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, the billionaire has gained tremendous sway over the U.S. government, all with substantial financial interests in and relationships with a potential adversary to the United States.
One can't rise the level of power and influence and wealth that Musk has risen to without conflicts of interest. That said, Musk has greater ones than most, and he's so intensely conflicted with his relationship with Beijing and the United States government.
Musk broke ground on his Shanghai Gigafactory in January of 2019, the first foreign car maker to set up a factory wholly owned, so without a Chinese partner. Yet not without the Chinese government.
And we'd like to just very much thank the mayor and his team for allowing us to make this rapid progress. Thank you very much.
10 months later, the factory was up and running, and what business people here like to call China speed. As of June of last year, the company had 520 stores across the country. Tesla sold more than 650,000 cars last year, roughly a third of global sales, thanks to stores like the one behind me. The Shanghai store is Tesla's largest in China. It spans 1.5 football fields. Tesla's latest Model Y, codenamed Juniper, is on display. As a testament to the importance of the China market, this new Model Y was launched here before the U.S. One of the key features is the screen in the back seat.
It has a big interior and really great handling.
Porsche owner Peter Zhang is here to test drive the new Tesla. Like many in China, Zhang has heard of the controversy over Musk's foray into politics in the U.S. as well as Europe and the impact on sales. That hasn't yet affected his own plans to buy one.
I saw the data in Europe isn't doing well. I want to know why that's happening, but I find out that the new Model Y is actually competitive.
Not only does the Shanghai factory produce for the Chinese market, but it exports to other parts of Asia and Europe using this port. We're only about 20 minutes away from the Tesla factory. Tesla has also built part of China's EV infrastructure. The company runs more than 2,000 supercharging stations across China. This is one of its largest. At this supercharger, 50 Teslas can power up at any one time. To maintain all of this, Musk needs the Chinese government.
It's hard for most people who have not lived inside China to understand the power of regulators. You apply for a license in the United States or Europe, eventually you're going to get a permit or a license. In China, it's a massive negotiation. Can I have those crown jewels called a license that allow me to operate this business? Yes or no? On, off, great, bad. And that's what Tesla's people on the ground are looking at right now.
Only weeks after Musk started his work with the U.S. government, Tesla opened this new operation in China, a $200 million power pack factory. Last year, the company launched a nationwide tour of its Cybertruck and showcased its humanoid robot Optimus at a local AI conference. Musk himself pitched his cybercabs on a trip where he met the Chinese premier.
The best performing factory of Tesla in the world.
And to compete with Chinese car makers like this one testing autonomous driving, Tesla rolled out a software update in February meant to closely mimic its full self-driving features in the U.S. I'm in a robo-taxi. I'm on a route that's been approved for an initial group of companies to be able to experiment with their self-driving technologies. Tesla isn't one of them. That's why Musk tries to stay in the government's good graces.
Musk is so incredibly gentle when it comes to China. It's stunning. He's been so much weaker than even Chinese entrepreneurs on his unwillingness to criticize China or to say anything that could be construed as negative towards the party.
Musk has opposed U.S. tariffs on Chinese EVs, as he expressed to CNBC last May at a tech conference in Paris.
Neither Tesla nor I asked for these tariffs. In fact, I was surprised when they were announced.
Musk has made favorable comments about the controversial topic of China's unification with Taiwan.
The official policy of China is that Taiwan should be integrated. Mm-hmm. One does not need to read between the lines. One can simply read the lines.
Do you think?
So I think there's some inevitability to the situation.
A far cry from wielding a chainsaw at the U.S. government.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
Some believe Musk's warm relations with the Chinese government could see him act as a bridge for U.S.-China ties.
Elon Musk can play some positive, constructive, even linkage role to connect China and the U.S. During the difficult time, particularly to deal with Trump. Elon Musk so far is very trusted by President Trump.
Others aren't so optimistic.
It would be very striking and unlikely if Beijing doesn't see this as a great gift. Beijing is long used to using what it calls friends, the technical Chinese term, for useful idiots, for folks who can advance the interests of the Communist Party. Beijing is very used to using people like Elon Musk to do that.
The topic came up at a February event in Washington with Republican lawmaker John Molinar, the House of Representatives Select Committee Chair on the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP.
To the question of Elon Musk, I do believe that the CCP will try and they will try and leverage any opportunity. So will they try and do that? Yes. Are people going to be looking for that and make sure that his lane is one that is not influencing China policy? I believe that is the case.
The White House, Doge, and Tesla did not respond to CNBC's request for comment. This is a warehousing area for some of Tesla's suppliers. It's about a 15-minute drive to the Tesla factory. Tesla's management has said that the company has a nearly complete supply chain in China. Musk's prominence in a key industry gives him his own leverage. This neighborhood is nicknamed the Tesla Dormitory. Many of the workers at Musk's factory rent homes here. At nightfall, this area perks up, anticipating the return of Tesla workers after their day-long shift. There are reasons the Chinese government wants Musk's businesses to be here. Tesla employs thousands and thousands of Chinese workers, and the company's presence here promotes the EV industry, the supply chain, and other jobs. Shopkeeper Yu Ling has been selling cigarettes and snacks to Tesla workers since before the Gigafactory opened its doors. When we first started this shop here, there were very few of us around, she says. After Tesla and other factories set up, more and more businesses arrived. Musk's influence isn't only economic.
Where the leverage today resides is the fact that Elon Musk is in Washington, D.C., running Doge and having an outsized influence on how the United States and President Trump views the world. So imagine if I'm President Trump, every day I check with Elon Musk. Hey, Elon, you have more experience and more success in China than any other American executive. How should we think about China? How should we approach our relationship with China? Definitely there's a relationship, there's power there, and the Chinese are aware of that power.
That could cut two ways.
Beijing could decide to ban Tesla. They could subject Tesla to all sorts of investigations domestically. They could say that Tesla hasn't been paying taxes properly in China. They could further ban government employees from driving Teslas. There's almost no limit to what they could decide to do.
Another question is whether Musk's role in the Trump administration will undermine his business in China.
Elon Musk represents science and technology, innovation. Of course, he also represents of the new American dream. After Bill Gates or Jobs, and people like him. But today's Elon Musk is not the yesterday. I say he worked for Trump, and Trump policy to China is very tough. So in this regard, people's views of him may be more controversial and not pure as a science or innovation or businessman.
This Tesla factory worker agrees. He didn't want to be identified out of fear of reprisal. In the past, when I saw him on social media, the worker says, I felt he was great. Very impressive. Now I feel he's just a person. As a businessman, he should focus on the business, he says. After all, government affairs should be handled by the professionals.